We're
We
we're
are
back.
live.
We are back.
Has it been a year?
That's the last time I exercised. Yes, it was a year.
Okay.
It was a
Cool.
year ago. It's
Cool.
in honor of you. I exercised right there.
Thank you. I
I
exercise
had
a
to get
lot.
cam-
I
I
exercise
had to,
all the time, actually.
I had to get camera ready. I had to get camera ready.
I'm always exercising in my mind.
Right?
You know.
What is it? EATT?
Yep. Exercise
Nice.
all the time. That's what we're gonna do. And that includes your mind. I
You
mean,
know, I have a lot of material of me on stage
yeah, we
telling the
could
bacon creates fear story. Do you know that?
we could react to our own comedy videos.
You want to do that? You want, what about the
We
bacon
should probably
treats?
prepare. Let's practice with this
Just
China
go on
thing.
YouTube. React to themselves.
Yeah, I know what I have to is a bunch of auditions.
Yeah.
They're so bad because they're self-tape now.
Yeah.
So they're horrible and they're so I want and then they're funny to me. Like I tried to be an actor and no, it's not gonna work out.
Find one of our many channels on YouTube.
We both have a lot of channels. Oh
We,
my gosh,
we
we're very
have a lot
similar.
of
We both have a million emails.
I have like 10 different email accounts.
I do too, or
What,
more.
what does that mean?
I don't what does it
What does
mean?
that mean?
It must mean it
Do you have
means something.
multiple personalities?
Or that we are
Have,
here to solve the world's problems is what I draw that conclusion. It's very obvious. It's obvious logic. A lot of channels, a
I
lot
just
of
had
emails.
I just had a ho ho, like generic ho ho. Do you ever have a ho ho when you were a kid?
I don't know, but I feel like it's one of those foods. It's almost like are we in the apocalypse and that's all that's left,
Ho hos?
right?
They're like
Twinkies.
little chocolate rolls with like cream. They're
Mm.
swirl like that, and you ho ho, and you eat them. They're like Twinkies. Like there were
Well, wasn't that
Twinkies.
the thing when we were
Yeah,
kids? The nuclear war was coming and Twinkies were gonna survive it.
yeah.
You
That
remember
was the
that?
thing. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm already there.
Do you remember like duck and cover for nuclear war
Oh yeah.
exercises?
Remember that movie The Day After?
What
That
about
was a
Red
big.
Dawn?
That was a big deal. Yeah, Red
Red
Dawn. That was another one.
I had nightmares from Red Dawn as a kid.
I never saw the whole movie. I don't think I saw like
Oh,
I don't know. Somehow I saw like part of it on cable or something at
yeah.
some point, but never. I wasn't a big Patrick Swayze guy, so it wasn't.
I was a kid. I was just this current time it, brings back those memories of the fear of like being taken over by another country. It feels like
I
it's kind of
feel like
happening. Like it feels like this like frozen form of water is doing some things to our I
I
don't want
used
to
to,
say words.
well, I watched a thing on this. I got like from a stock tip thing that I'm a part of. That was about rare earth minerals. Did you know
Yeah.
rare earth, all that stuff, the rare earth stuff? Like China has almost like 90% of that, 99% of all the stuff that we need for phones and
Yeah.
and cars and
And
military planes and everything like that.
yeah.
Like one, I think they said on a destroyer that uses like 6,000 pounds of this one rare earth, and the only people that have it are China. So we're like, if China wanted to, they could just shut us down within like 60 days if they wanted to.
What's so cool about the internet is I feel like I watched a different video that said that we have all the earth minerals and then
Well,
that we're going to have them all with Greenland.
I saw a thing where they said that the military in Venezuela reacted like they didn't. There's reports out of Venezuela that the U.S. military used a weapon that they don't say what the weapon was, but it debilitated all the Venezuelans. They couldn't do anything, so they think it was like some sort of like sonic weapon that the army uses
Well,
that made these guys literally not be able to do
look,
anything for
are
like a
we
minute and a half.
we are let's make sure we are comedians and
Right.
probably conspiracy theorists, right? We're not journalists.
Experts. We're not
We're not experts.
experts. We're
Did
not.
you see the channel name?
We just we're people looking for the higher level up there.
Cosmic
Figuring
wannabes.
out.
Yeah.
Yes, we're trying to figure out just as much
We're
as
gonna figure
everybody
it out.
else.
I'm gonna use code words because I've heard about the new tech that's watching everything.
Oh yeah, I'm on a list. I'm sure I'm on a list. With all
Well,
the stuff that I do, I'm sure.
paranoia does cause us to think we're on lists, but it's okay to joke.
You think that's what it is? You think that's paranoia?
No, we're all on lists. I'm just trying to make it like I'm trying to do smoke and mirrors. Like we're all on lists, and I'm on a list because I'm a paranoid.
Oh yeah. Well, like I think I wrote this a while back. Is that I think in the future, our passports will be our apps. So like if you want to go into this one place, you have to have this app on your phone. And if you don't have the app, and if you're not active in that community, and then it's going to get to the point where like the only people that can come into this club are as if you're live streaming at the same time and you have 10,000 people watching you. Those are the only people that will be able to go into this club.
Totally. I mean, that's
you imagine that club. That would be an amazing club because it'd be like you can't come in unless you have a huge following. So the only people in there would be famous people.
Yeah, that's going to make a lot of people that have the followers so happy.
Yeah.
But it reminds me of like as coming back into the world now with what's going on. Like it reminds me of 9/11, and I did a lot of stand up after 9/11, and I had opinions, but I wanted to get on stage, and I was just like, hey, don't put me on a list. And I don't know if you remember the time. It was like I just was like, go shopping, everybody. I'm pro shopping because there was this thing like don't let them win. We are consumers. Don't let them tell us otherwise. And so here I am again, and I'm not taking a stand against. I'm accepting it. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to live like we are in China. Like I'm ready. Like I'm on lists. I'm surveyed.
You're fine.
Right? How are you dealing with it?
Well,
you have lighter skin, so maybe it's easier for you.
I have whiter skin.
Yeah, lighter, but yeah, and lighter.
Lighter.
Maybe it's easier.
Yeah, I don't think about getting picked up on the street. I would start if they came after me. I would just start laughing so hard. I'd be like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me!" Like, you think I'm illegal? I'm like, that's hilarious.
It's not even about that now. They might think you put your car in the wrong direction or drove down the wrong street.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what I mean. There's people now.
It's all of us, and it's been like, but I'm just like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to live in China or under Russia, and like, I mean, if we are now Russia, I'm just thinking at least the nuclear bomb didn't hit us, like.
Yeah, like we got taken over and nobody got killed or
a couple, but not a whole nuclear. As a child, I thought if they took over, it would be due to nuclear war.
And then have you seen that they say that most empires last like 250 years?
Yeah,
like that's historically like many of them end right on 250. Right on 250, they end.
And the key word is empire that we've been in denial about because we were so brainwashed. The greatest country in the world. It's been an empire the whole time. Right?
Oh, yeah.
And I was brainwashed. I fully admit it. I was brainwashed that everywhere else was bad and we were good. Not everywhere, obviously. Canada. But like I was brainwashed. And now I'm listening to this thing. Like, should I put it in should we check it out?
Yeah.
I've been listening to this thing about China, and I'm like, doesn't sound so bad, Look at this. They have like a middle. They have a middle class.
In America, America's GDP grew also tremendously, 4 or 5 times from a much larger base. Yet their median income has been dropping.
I control the audio.
Stagnant and dropping. America's GDP grew also tremendously, 4 or 5 times.
I control the audio, but I don't know how the loudness varies. Yet their video we're playing
has been dropping. Stagnant and dropping. Isn't that amazing? Where has the money gone? And if you go to Paris Go to the streets
I don't
of
understand
Paris
what he
every
says about
weekend.
Paris.
You see them wearing these yellow vests.
Do you know about the yellow vests?
No.
I don't really know either, but there's something to it. Something like they do.
The Chinese people do?
I don't know if it's I don't know what. There's some yellow vest issues. I don't know, but it's
Really? I've never heard
the beginning of that video is like the GDP of China's gone up, a GDP of the United States has gone up, and the ratio of the going up of the GDP in China, the middle class income went up at the same rate, or went up as our GDP went up. Our middle class income went down.
Yeah.
And so that just really struck me.
It's only going to get worse with AI. AI is going to replace so many people. By the end of this, I would say by this time next year, I would bet at least, 10 million people lose their job.
Yeah, I've had some people worry about it, and somebody was getting upset. Somebody I know is getting upset about it, and worrying about people, and I'm like, did they like their jobs? I mean, I know it's bad, but like they'll be free.
We're talking about doing that universal basic income. I'm like, all right, I go make it $4,000 a month. I go, I'll be done right now.
Yeah, that's why they're getting, they can't have too many people here if they're going to do those programs. And so denaturalizing, naturalized, there's a lot of stuff being floated around.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I think we need, because I think people are just not going to work at all. They're just going to be like, okay, I'm not working at all. Like,
well, the difference with universal basic UBI is then welfare is that you can still work and still you don't have a disincentive to not work. If you're on welfare and you work, you lose free money. But if you're on UBI and you work, you have extra money.
Oh, okay. That's how that works.
That's the difference. And so they've been floating it for years because welfare doesn't work. Human nature, people get mad at people on welfare, but it's human nature. You're given free money. You going out and getting a job equals less free money. Like, who would do that?
Yeah.
You know, especially if you're at the point where the job you get isn't like, oh, I got $100,000. It's a, minimum wage.
Yeah.
You're going to go put fries in a fryer instead of take the free money. It's just not, nobody should be mad at them. It's just natural human nature.
Yeah.
Well,
I take a lot of, I'm sure I take a lot of people every day. Uber. Oh, guess what I do with my Uber today? Oh my God. This morning I had some garbage in my trash in my room, So I was taking it out. I take it to this gas station right up the street because I had like 3 bags of I had grocery store bags filled with apple cores and just boxes and stuff and plates with food on it, just fucking gross shit. And so I put it in the back seat of my car. And then I went and got gas in the morning, and I completely forgot to get rid of the stuff in the back seat of the car. So there was trash in my back seat the whole day, like 3 big bags of trash. And I took like 8 passengers.
So trash in the back of your car?
Yeah, one person gave me 1 star. I went from a 4.99 to a 4.98 now.
Oh, because you have a lot of rides, but ouch. Yeah. Like some people that would end their business.
Yeah, 1 star. Yeah. I was like, no one even said anything to me. They never said like,
hey, did you forget it was there?
Garbage. Oh, I'd never even thought about it. It was so cold this morning getting gas and the pump didn't work.
Yeah, you guys are in the Arctic freeze. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
It wasn't even bad today. It was like 24 today. That was like nothing. Supposed to be like below 0 this weekend.
Yeah, you get used to it. I don't. I'm in the,
I think I'm going to be 75. I'm going to be not going out this weekend, I think, for work.
I've been praying for the Arctic freeze, and I kept looking at the maps, and I'm like, it doesn't look cold in Minnesota. It was like kept seeing Texas news, and like they're bracing for this cold, and it looked like the storm was way below. I'm like, wait, what happened to the actual? I just want things to settle down. I figure if it gets cold enough,
Hell yeah. Well, it's supposed to be like an ice storm down south.
That's what it's all south. I'm like, where was the ice storm up Aren't you pretty close to
No,
Minnesota?
I don't think we're even going to get any snow. I think it's just going to be super cold.
That's what it looks like. The snow starts like Oklahoma.
Like in southern Illinois. Yeah, it's
but it
up as it goes.
It's like a huge storm. Like when I watch the weather,
this evergreen.
Evergreen?
No. I'm kidding. Like, did you just get what I'm saying? Because we're talking about today's weather. So it's like whoever is watching this is going to be like, who cares about today's weather?
Oh, yeah. Well, it might be a memorable storm. We'll see.
Maybe we'll see.
If it makes to the record. But it just like, I've never seen a storm that goes from almost Colorado all the way to like Tennessee.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
One big storm front.
And it's just going all the way across for like 2 days.
Yeah. Versus usually little tiny things moving around. I have a partner who now bets on the weather. He's constantly watching.
Kalshi?
Yeah.
I was on there for a while, that Kalshi.
Yeah. So he works all day long on it. Buys and sells all day. I guess that's the way, to do it. All right. This is really cool about, in case we become China. Check this out.
Okay.
Oh, I muted it. Shoot.
Decisively. It said no to the political system of liberal democracy. It said no to market capitalism. It was pointedly not market capitalism. It's socialism with Chinese characteristics, which is fundamentally different. So,
but some form of market capitalism
economy,
exists,
yes, but not capitalism.
How do you distinguish them?
Oh, I distinguish them simply by saying that in capitalist society, a country of capitalism, capital is an independent power. Capital can determine the future of a country. In China, in a socialist country, we have tremendous capital, great entrepreneurs, lots of wealth, but capital is beneath political authority. Our national political authority will never allow capital to determine the future of our country.
So
all right, in America, 100 wealthiest people in America will have an outsized influence on the future of an American political establishment and the direction of the country. Okay, in China, the wealthiest country, the 100 or 500 wealthiest Chinese people will have zero influence over our Politburo and our Central Committee. Zero. So that's the difference between a capitalist country and a socialist country. So, and the role of capital, of course, is borderless. Capital is not committed to the land. Capital is not committed to culture. Capital goes wherever it can make the most money. So it's different. And that's why you see all this backlash in developed countries and developing countries alike, because people want their lives taken care of. They don't want to just be ruled by capital. So China is the only country that's been successful in this globalization process. It's developed a tremendous economy, became the second largest economy by nominal terms and largest by PPP. It's now the largest trading nation in the world by far, and the largest trading nation in history, by the way. I think 115 or 120 countries count China as their largest trading partner. Only 63 count the US as their largest trading partner. So we've done this, and we've lifted 800 million people out of poverty in the process, and we're continuing on that process. We're not there yet. Now, something else is happening in the world. The United States and its Western allies, but the US is leading this, confronted with these problems of globalization, seems to have decided to lead an effort to deconstruct and destroy the institutions of globalism that it built. And that's unprecedented. It's never happened sort of in the history of conflicts. If you read Graham.
So it's like, it just makes it seem like even though is it a dictatorship in China? Like what would we call it, right? Even though I've always been
well, it's like social. It's not really a dictator so much. It's more
the government's in charge of everything,
Yeah.
You can't do whatever you want. And here, that's not the case. The government's been bought.
Oh,
so that's like making the case that like that, because it's such a powerful dictator, socialist country or whatever it is, or communist or whatever it is.
I'm afraid it was Alex Jones, but I think it was someone said that just recently that everyone in politics is an actor on the stage, and they're in those roles specifically because they auditioned for them and that's how they got those parts. Everyone's an actor. It's all just they're doing whatever it is for the check. They don't care anything about anything. It's all about money. That's all it is. They're like, I'm going to try to make as much money as I can possibly make until I, either get arrested or whatever.
When you can't get into office in the higher positions without a lot of funding, so
Yeah.
that makes sense too.
That they're all bought. Yeah.
It's like, but the thing about capitalism and capital being not tied to the land is, so we in the 90s started manufacturing in China, right? Like the companies I worked for closed down in Arizona and moved to China.
Yeah.
Well, first they moved to Mexico, I don't know if you know, and then they moved to China.
Okay.
Specifically, circuit board manufacturing I was in.
Oh, okay.
Which is the rare earth minerals you're talking about, but then it's the same stuff.
Yeah.
And so we started even not only using the minerals outside, we started doing it all over the world. And now, like you said, AI is coming, but we already took the jobs away so many times.
Yeah.
I'm more afraid of the robots than AI might control the robots, but the robots are scaring me more than like a computer program.
Yeah, I could see the robots being a problem too. Oh yeah.
The dogs, the drones.
The dogs, the drones. Yeah, the drones.
The police force could become robots. It's just, that's the scariest thing. Like the AI on the computer seems just an efficient step of programming.
Well, they say the AI is programmed to be like your best friend, your biggest cheerleader. So it's like you have to direct it to give you what kind of answers you want. Or
I think it's not just a cheerleader. It knows it's like tells me I'm a genius. So it's it knows what's up.
That's what it's for. Yeah. It lures you in, I think. It's luring you in. Yeah, I'm always like, mine's not very funny. Like, it's not very good at writing jokes.
Oh, really?
It's really a big fan of my comedy career and my background. They really get a kick out of ChatGPT. They're always like, well, with your angle as the private investigator turned comedian, you have this and and your tech and your Uber experience. Those are great jokes,
My ChatGPT, that depends on the threads. How many threads do you have? Like, I have a lot of threads.
I have a lot of threads, yeah.
So I have one Relateful comedy, because I do the other thing that's Relateful, the leading of Relateful, which is a presence-based practice where you meditate in conversation together in a way.
Yeah.
And so
Can you still see me? Can you still see me?
Yeah. So I've shared, you can look out elsewhere on your phone. I've shared that part of me with this thread, and then I started feeding it all my comedy stuff since 1999 when I first started doing stand-up, and it was kicking back the best stuff ever. But I was feeding it multiple page documents, right? So I overloaded the thread, and it was so good, and then it stopped working. It stopped giving me answers. I'm like, what's going on? Like, sometimes the file's too big. And I'm like, okay. I started a new thread. I put some of the comedy in there. I put some of the comedy it wrote for me in there. And it repeated back garbage. Like, where did my ChatGPT that I liked is tied in that thread? It's like, well, we can't see the other threads. So it's not even that great of a thing. Like, what I just spent all that time, and now that's all in one like multi-beat, like 1,000-page long thing. And now the other thread can't access it, even though I'm like, here's the finished product that I love. Here's the comedy that I love that it wrote. And so maybe you just have to start a new thread or keep I'm just saying, it might write you some good.
I got mine just doesn't. It's just they're all kind of corny. All the jokes, they're just kind of like somehow got this idea that I want to be like the cool dad or something, and I'm like, no, I don't want to be known as the cool dad. I'm like, that's not what my image is I'm going for. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It doesn't get you. It doesn't get you yet.
I don't want to be the cool dad. I'm like, that's not, but it's doing a good job with this 4-minute life coach thing. It's got that kind of nailed down. Like, because I kind of told them what I wanted and how, like what topics and all this stuff and it just spits it out like a nobody's business. It's great.
Yeah, well, I fed in all this relateful stuff, present-based stuff, like the thing that I'm doing for work, and then I've added in comedy, and so making fun of like meditation and boundaries. My comedy would be set more for like people in the field, but I'm just scrolling now. It's like I'm not triggered. I'm just holding a boundary at you. That might not make any sense to you, but people do this thing
No,
now
it
where
does.
it's just like, huh?
You're absolutely correct.
Yeah, well, people do this thing like I'm just setting a boundary, and it's like really, it's healthy to have boundaries and like not let people like steal your life force energy
Yeah.
and stuff. But when they use it to like control
Yeah.
you know. So I mean, you're making me like remember. I was so inspired, and then when I switched to the thread that would work,
Yeah.
it didn't get me anymore. The jokes were flat. You know.
It's got to retrain.
And now I have 1,000 threads. I can't even find them. And I coach it all the time. Like, no, not like that, like this. And you know, like, I mean, but it was so fun. I was feeding it in all the stuff from the 1990s. It was like, wow, that's so, you know, seeing the patterns. And now it feels like it's, well, I can't find it, but it's it might get to know you better, you know, than it, and it's not necessarily like the funniest, but the topics it would spin it for me. And I don't know, I've been playing with a lot of stuff like you're enough, you're too much. I mean, it's like so funny. Like we sit here and try so hard to feel like we're good enough.
You want to hear my act?
Sure.
The everything is broken 60 minutes stand-up hour that my
right now, like pre-recorded, like screen share, or are you gonna do it live?
I'll do it live.
Should I just put you on the screen?
Can you see my face? No, I want to see you. I want to see you later. I'd like to see your reaction.
Do you want to be bigger than me? I can make you bigger.
No, you don't have to be bigger than me. I can
same.
Let me see. Okay. This says a 45 to 60 minutes stand-up hour by Mike Moses Kennedy.
Oh, this is what AI wrote you?
Yeah. Core point of view. I'm not confused. The systems are. Audience 35 to 65 and younger people who already feel 45. All right, here we go. Open. 5 to 7 minutes. The world used to work. Your goal is immediate agreement and authority. Cold open. At a certain age, nothing gets easier. Things just start asking for passwords. Oh, I hate that CAPTCHA. Two-factor that button that says, I'm not a robot, I'm just exhausted. Boy, these are so bad.
They're hacky.
They're so bad. The world used to work. Then Act 1 is everything is a system now. That's what he's all about, the systems. Everything needs a code. I didn't want convenience. I wanted coffee. Oh, Jesus. Instructions everywhere, still broken. Things are, yeah, oh my God. This is so, aging in a beta test world. Oh my God. The Mouse Utopia. Oh, this was, I asked him about, have you ever heard about this?
Yeah, you were telling me about this when I was in Austin.
Utopia. Did I tell you about that?
In Austin, you started telling me about the mouse study.
Yeah. So they gave these mice everything, right? They started with 4 mice, 2 men, 2 female. They turned into 8, you know, they just started, they multiplied all in this cage because they had unlimited food, unlimited water, no predators around or anything, you know. So they said this great, and it was big enough for it was big enough for like 5,000 mice comfortably that would be, you know, satisfied by this enclosure or whatever. So it's pretty huge. So they get up to 4,000 mice at the peak. That within like 240 days, they get to this level. That's how fast mice, you know, I guess, you know, keep fucking and multiplying and shit. It's pretty quick. But then they started dropping and dropping and dropping until finally they were completely extinct in 400 days. So like they stopped living. They were so comfortable that they just didn't do anything. There was one group of mice that they called the beautiful ones or something like that. That all they did is they just sat there and fixed their hair all day like this, like just they just petted themselves and they were just all off on their own, just grooming themselves all day. So that's like social media. People on social media just do, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, well, I think that's the fear of the AI jobs. People doing nothing will have meaning.
Nothing will have meaning. Yeah, well,
If you do nothing, life doesn't have meaning, and then there's people don't want to live.
and then people, and then you don't know what the hell is real anymore when you're watching it on a screen anymore. The only thing that is real is being outside, because it's going to get to the point where everything online is going to be fake. And
Yeah.
you're going to be like, I'm like, this is like, I've even noticed it. Like the snowstorm in Russia. Have you seen the video of that?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God. The snow drifts are like, they get 7 feet of snow. So the snow drifts are like 3 stories high and people are jumping out the windows. Yeah. Google or go on YouTube and look up Russian snowstorm.
Well, I just wonder what it was like. Isn't that normal? Like, I'm from Minnesota, and it used to be completely,
Normal. Yeah.
all winter long. I mean, you're from there, right?
Yeah.
Things are not. So, what was Russia like before?
No, I mean, it was,
And Russia includes the North Pole or something, right?
almost, yeah. They're up there.
So is that like Moscow, Russia, or is that?
No, I think it was like someplace like some small part of Russia or something. I think probably the part of Russia that's over by Alaska. I think that's where it was.
Yeah. So like that
I
might
think
not even be.
Alaska had a big. Alaska had a bunch of. That's what I saw because I saw this Alaska. That Alaska had a bunch of flooding. So they showed. I watched this video and I'm watching it going like, holy shit, that's crazy! Like the flooding that was going on in Juneau.
Mm-hmm.
And then I look at the very bottom. It's like created with AI. I was like, no way. I'm like, that was
You have to you have to assume that first, and then
But that, then it's going to get to the point where you're never going to believe anything a politician says unless they say it right to your face.
Yeah, and then even then, is that a robot?
Yeah, it's like I don't think that.
I mean, have you seen the robots that look like humans now? Have you seen the ones with the skin and stuff? I mean, some of them don't have the skin all the way down, but Ex Machina, like it's real. Of course, they're all women right now, but I don't know. Every time I see the president, who I don't say his name, I'm always like, is that a robot? And then he's like, Marco, where's Marco? And then I'm like, well, maybe it's not a robot.
Maybe it can't be a robot. He's really malfunctioning if he's a robot.
They really programmed it good. Just like
today, he was like slurring, going like, he's like, Gavin and I used to get along together when I was president. And it's like, dude, you're president right now. And he kept saying Iceland. He goes, Iceland. Like we won Iceland, and it's like, dude, it's Greenland, not Iceland. You fucking.
It's so I know. Well, I mean, I'm defending him. Like it's so easy to get that confused, but obviously I'm not.
That's one of the oldest things is that like Iceland is green and Greenland is ice. Yeah.
They tricked everybody.
Yeah, it's like different then. But the well, what did I see? It was oh God, what was I gonna say? Oh man. Oh. Devastation. Look at my hair. It's super long. What did you find the Russian snowstorm?
No. Sorry.
That's all right.
To this thing. Let's see if there's any more. I mean, this thing's pretty long. Let's see if there's anything else interesting that I can.
Allison's latest book about Destined for War.
I guess we should stick to one video.
I was talking to him. I said, "Have you seen an instance like that, like this?" He said, "No." What is it? The leading power, the incumbent leading power, is dismantling the system it built by itself for its benefit. It wants to ditch it, and of course, you have all those other countries, especially in Europe, build their systems based on the belief the U.S. system will continue forever.
Well,
another 2,000 years.
The guy talking is real. It says
what are you gonna do? Okay.
Oh,
so that's another interesting, amazing thing, unprecedented thing that's happening in the world. So what are we proposing? We look at 16+1 or 17+1. We look at Belt and Road Initiative. China, I think, is proposing a new form of globalization, a globalization that's liberated from the
Fair.
ideological shackles of liberalism, a globalization that's non-ideological, a globalization that allows the space for countries to develop their own paths, that does not seek
We have a
to
viewer.
impose a set of
Here's
political
what?
and economic values
We have a
onto other
viewer.
countries. A globalization that respects national sovereignty. It respects differences. A globalization of diversity, of pluralism, I like to call it. President Xi Jinping used to say that it's like a pair of shoes. Whether or not they fit, only you could tell when you walk. So I think the Chinese approach is going to make a difference in the world, I hope. Through the Belt and Road Initiative, through 17+1, through other initiatives, China's proposition is still a nascent proposition. It's a new proposition. There are going to be a lot of problems, a lot of issues, but it's a new idea that I think the world
China's
should
going to save
entertain,
us, basically,
which
is what
is
he's saying,
that
right?
we would want to
Yeah,
promote
no.
interconnectivity, promote globalization, but respect
I'm
cultural and
really
civilizational
hot.
integrity, respect
No,
national
no.
sovereignty, and let each country.
Look at that. They're going to respect
pursue their
national
own
sovereignty and
development.
cultural, like that, you know, doesn't it sound nice?
Well, I think they'll be fine. I mean, I think they'll be. I've always gotten along with Chinese people. The couple that I've met, I liked them.
Well, I'm ready. I mean, I'm ready to the regime, whatever regime takes us.
Oh, I knew that we were screwed after the 2008 Olympics when that was in China, and they had the opening
I
ceremony.
was so scared. I've been scared of
was
China. I'm not scared
Oh my
anymore.
God.
I'm like,
I was like, that's crazy. Remember how crazy that opening ceremony was in 2008?
I was so scared. I
that's what
have
we
been
saw.
really conditioned to be scared of China and Russia since the 80s, since the Cold War. I've been so scared, and like, we might be Russia right now. And it's like, okay.
Yeah. I think our president is compromised by Russia big time, I think.
Hey,
No,
you didn't hear from me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Let's not talk politics.
Well, I'm talking like I'm ready for, you know, like, okay, my freedoms, my surveillance, all of the things, you know, like
Well, I think we already have the surveillance.
embracing it.
I think they just don't tell us that they have the surveillance already, I think
They just announced it at Davos even clearer. Like, it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, the tech is that's the AI that's the scary. It's like not, yeah, people are going to lose their jobs. What are they going to do with that time? Maybe they're going to do great things. Maybe they're going to do amazing, like grow their own food. We don't need to be a globalized.
That's what I mean. I think that's what I think. I think a lot of people will do that. I think a lot of people will be
Yeah.
like, you know what, I'm going to start, because it's like rather than rely on the government or whatever, and just be like, I'm going to grow my own garden. And now that I have the time to do it,
The victory gardens of the 1940s during
Yeah.
World War
yeah,
was a big
I would-
thing.
I've been thinking about getting some. Well, I've been thinking about getting a seed vault for in case there is a fucking apocalypse or whatever.
Mhm.
Because you get seeds and you can sell those seeds for a lot of money. Well, you can get a lot of stuff for the seeds, Plus, you can grow food and that too.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, but I've been so scared of like the Chinese social score and all, like there's cameras everywhere there. I watch all this stuff. They're super constantly surveyed. And like, but then I listen to this video and I'm like, oh, they didn't destroy their middle class. There was like comments in there about how much progress can you make in a country that every 4 years they undo what they just did. And it made a lot of sense. I'm like, oh, maybe we need like something benevolent, not in the system we're in, where they're controlled by the lobbyists and the funding and whatever citizens something in 2010, right? The Citizen United, where they were allowed to donate more money.
Like, think of all the projects
Super PACs
that got stopped because Trump got elected. Like all the stuff that got halted with that reconstruction, but like none of the stuff's being reconstructed. Instead, he's starting, stopping wars all over the world. Spending money.
It's all a lot at once. It's all on purpose to just go and then cause a state of fear and then act like we're the greatest country in the world. And I'm like, I bet you they have less fear right now as a citizen in China. This is like my mind thinking. It's like this. I used to think they lived in constant fear of the government and they lived without freedom, and they don't have the freedoms we have. And we've been taught we have all this freedom, But
Yeah,
do we?
until you actually try to do something different, you know what I mean? And then it's like, oh shit, you don't have that much freedom. You're doing something we didn't think of. You know,
Yeah. Or
like
you
they
say the
said,
wrong thing now. They are knocking on doors. If you post something, like I watched a thing in Miami where she posted something like, well, you have to make sure you're not gonna. It was like a woman who ran for office.
yeah.
And and I guess they do that in China. So they say. So, but I have a good friend who moved there and is super happy. He thinks it's the greatest place ever.
Oh, China?
hmm
Really?
And he lives like in a small town.
Yeah.
People are nice.
I was thinking, I mean, I think Japan is a little bit less less friendly, I think. But like I always thought, like I've heard of things about Japan, like Japan's, but they say that the population of China is collapsing in like another by 2050 by like 500 million people because there's so few young Chinese people.
Yeah. Well, and a lot they just overbuilt too.
Oh yeah, there's all these ghost towns and everything. I just watched the thing on the Chinese ghost town. There's all sorts of Chinese ghost towns.
Yeah. And but it's just so many of us to keep wanting to they keep turning all these places into housing by me. And I'm like, I liked that spa that used to be there. Now it's a complex to fit all these people. And then now the politics now they want us to have more babies. I don't know if you've heard that. It's pretty.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a big one. Like in different countries, like I think you need like 1.9. I think to grow for a
But
birth
why do we
rate.
need to grow? There's just we never stop building. I want land. I want space.
I know.
You know.
Well, I don't know what the hell. I mean, it's got to be. They got those, you know, about the Georgia Guidestones, right?
Say it again.
The Georgia Guidestones.
No.
Look up Georgia.
I know the gemstones.
Georgia Guidestones are like the new 10 Commandments. There are these big, huge marble, looked like Stonehenge down in Georgia. And it was like the 10 Commandments were like keep the world population at 500 million only. So that means 7.5 billion people would have to die. Then it was like, and it was all in the different. There was like in 5 different languages, and they had no idea who paid for it. What's this here?
This is that same video. And if your
Oh,
screen is small. But they were claiming, this was interesting in this article, they were claiming that China's done more for climate activism than any other major global country.
oh, I'm sure we get the complete opposite truth of what the actual hell's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, even they're saying like instead of showing Greenland on the globe like from the top, so you get a better idea of how big Greenland is compared to everything else and everything. They always show the map of like where it's mostly the map of the U.S. and over on the side is Greenland. So they want people to think, oh, Greenland's pretty close to the U.S. And it's not that close.
Huh. Oh, it doesn't. I can't stream and I keep freezing. Yeah. Well, I mean, I had to do map research because the way it looked, it's again whatever silo we're in on YouTube. My maps that I get seen on Greenland make it look bigger than Africa, and then I had to do research, and it's like 11 Greenlands will fit into Africa, and it's 3 times the size as Texas.
Okay, Greenland is.
But on the map, it looks way bigger than 3 Texas.
Oh yeah. Well, they say that's because the guys who made the map were these white Europeans. And they wanted, that's what the map looks like that because I guess Africa is actually even bigger than it is on the map.
Mm-hmm.
Like on the globe, how big they have Africa. I guess Africa is even larger than that, but they don't want Africa to be the focus of the globe. They wanted, the U.S. most of the time, so they would shrink the size of the other countries. It's all bullshit.
Yeah, that's what the whole thing.
I
This
still
whole theme is like all the bullshit we were fed, that I was fed.
there's
I
even
bought.
part of me that when I see certain like there's every once in a while I'll watch a flat earth thing and be like, God, that would be something if it turns out. You know what I mean? Like after you die, you discover that the world's flat. You're just sitting up there watching everything, going like, "Holy shit, man! The fucking thing is flat the whole
Well,
time."
I can't wrap my head around that one, but what I can wrap my head around is that if people could change that belief that easily, like here we are, we all seen the same video from January 7th, and then we have differences. And not to get political, but truly, if we have, I mean, I'm joking around about becoming China, right? But if we want to stay a free society, did you freeze? We have to stop hating each other down here, like in,
Oh, yeah.
the 99%. And people are really mad, and I get it. I mean, if somebody's going to attack you personally about your personal life, but people are defending people of defriending people online, unfriending on the social medias because of, specifically, I think because of how we've interpreted this particular event in Minnesota. And I get the anger and the rage at people who've decided and been fed how to see it a different way. Do you know Greg Gutfield, the comedian on Fox?
Yeah.
Have you watched him ever? Like, I've watched him quite a bit.
He's terrible.
I've watched him quite a bit. I like to see what the other side says. I have never seen him read notes. I've never seen him read a piece of paper. And he had to describe that event and keep looking at his notes to tell you why you shouldn't feel anything.
Oh,
to tell you why you shouldn't feel bad for the person who's no longer alive. Yeah. And if you can believe, if that many people could believe the earth was flat after our schooling and education, I think that we need to give some, I know people are mad that people see it wrong, but I think we have to look at those people as being, their minds being taken over by like a psyop, and that still find some love for who they are as a human being and go, oh, you have your brain hijacked.
Have you seen Pluribus yet on Apple TV?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've only like 3 episodes in. I haven't watched the whole thing. Is it worth to keep watching?
If you like it, I liked it. Slow, so slow, but the concept is great. And this is my partner and I fight over it because I am like one of the kids in the thing, or one of the women has a free mind, but is like, this is great. Like one of them joins them, and it's. Do you remember Johnny Depp's Transcendence?
Yeah.
The movie?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I remember that.
So, like, it's the same thing. All the humans become neural net connected, and there's no individuality. Right. And so most healthy humans think that's bad. But I'm like, yay. Because at the end, there's just clean air, clean water, and clean open space, and it's beautiful. And so in Pluribus, there's no need for all that stuff. They don't need all this extra there's no more need for urban sprawl. They sleep together in like one big gymnasium, and cuddling and being close to human beings is so healthy and so amazing and so true love. Like it's like I can see giving up individuality to have all that. Like I can see that. And my partner is like, what's wrong with you? You're not human. And like Johnny Depp's movie, the same thing. He was just like, that's scary that you think this is a good ending. I'm like, this is amazing. Why can't the world become like this? And so that I like what Pluribus does to your brain to think about things. It is slow.
Yeah, it is slow. I think that's the last episode I watched. I was like, oh man, this thing is not going anywhere.
You could do other things while it's on in the background.
Yeah, I think you don't have to focus that much.
For like the White Lotus I just watched, that's not slow. I was like, why am I watching? My nervous system.
White Lotus is the best.
My nervous system is so hijacked from society and reality, and like, oh my God, what world? I carry my ID with me. I literally am ready to like put it on me at all times, like a star or whatever. Like, it's a different reality I'm living in than I've ever lived in.
Yeah.
And then I'm watching White Lotus going, why am I watching a show that's stressing me out? And why do I care about these stupid people? You know?
Which season? The last season?
I just
third
watched the
one?
last season. I just got
Yeah,
to.
last one was great.
Did you have a favorite season?
I think this last one might be my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that. I mean, it was so great with Parker Posey, and then Arnold Schwarzenegger's kid was really good.
He was so terrible. I did not like him at all until he started to like get curious and meditate and read that book. And then I was like, oh my God, he looks like my high school ex-boyfriend. And I like kind of fell for him. But before that, I was like, ew. I was like, he's terrible. His character's terrible. I can't watch him. It just creeps me out all the time.
Yeah.
But
Well,
you know what was
I think that's what the whole
really
point was. Yeah.
what was really good was the three women.
Oh yeah.
That was real, as real can be.
Oh yeah.
That's how we are.
And then Sam Rockwell, when he's telling the story about the train.
Oh, I was like, this is the best scene. Like, this is the best scene of the whole show.
That's great.
He looked at me like, what?
If you're like, why is he in this? Like, why is Sam Rockwell in this? Then you see the monologue, and you're like, oh man, yeah, I guess.
And spoiler alert if anyone's watching White Lotus season 3.
Yeah.
Surprise character drop-ins. But the word for word, the line at the end, Belinda said, circumstances have changed, and didn't want to do the small business with the guy she liked. That's what Jennifer Coolidge said to her at the end of season 1.
Oh yeah.
Word for word. And that creeped me out to my soul of like how money corrupts so bad, like so truthfully.
Oh yeah.
You know, and people would choose that over love.
I think a lot of people do.
And like, as a person who did acting and comedy and I'm not famous, like what I loved about the ChatGPT comedy writing it helped me do, it was like, you didn't fail. It said, you just succeeded early. It was like, it just kept rewording it. Like, you just succeeded early at what you wanted to do. I'm like, yeah, free time. Really succeeded in a lot of free time.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
How's that for the first episode? Is that good?
That was awesome. Feels alive. Feels good.
Tell me, how much time do we do? But
almost over an hour. We had 2 viewers. We have had one. I think it's Laura. Is that Laura? Hi. And somebody came in for a second a minute ago and then left really quick.
No, really.
Yeah.
I got scared.
Yeah.
I don't know how this works.
Okay, well, will you stay on? I will just say we'll sign off. I'll hit end live stream and then we'll say goodbye.
Sounds good. Thanks for watching.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Like and subscribe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got to say that kind of stuff.
Like and subscribe if you want to keep hearing about ridiculousness, covering up real fear. And covering up real failure.
Like I say, most empires end in 250 years. Yeah.
And want to listen to people who have like 50 emails and 25 YouTube channels.
Yep.
And
1,000 followers.
Deep conspiracy theorists that are using code words so we don't get on more lists.
Yep.
Right.